Ask everyone if they'd like to stand for the prayer and the pledge. Father, we trust that you don't want us to waste a moment of our life fretting. Please calm our racing hearts and fill our troubled minds with hope and our spirits with peace. Assure us that this virus that has come against us will not prosper, and you have a plan and a purpose for each of us in this time of turmoil. Show us your ways, Lord, and grant us the courage to follow where you lead. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'd like to call this meeting of the Hancock County Commissioners Thursday, April 19th, 2020, 2:30 p.m. to order. Roll call.
Mr. President, all Hancock County Commissioners are present. 2 present, 1 via conference call.
All right, thank you. Gentlemen, we have 4 sets of meeting minutes. March 19th, March 24th, March 26th, and April 3rd. I'd like to have a motion to collectively approve the minutes.
Move to approve, please.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. We have Jackie there. If you would like to give us a COVID-19 update, Jackie?
Okay. Just as far as the cases go, we are still at 7 positive cases in the county. We have actually 4 of those cases that we're closing out that they have met their isolation quarantine and are well. 3 of the cases will be closed soon. Even our last case is coming along very well, so that's good news for our county. We also have in the works, the National Guard is coming. They were actually here yesterday also, but they're working with us in a lot of different aspects of the health department. One is when we have cases, we always have to do a case investigation of anybody that is connected to that positive case, and we work it through till we get to the end of that case. So there's a way to report that via text message or an automated system that saves us some time in case, they're eating dinner and can't respond, then we're always keeping up to date on that information. So they're managing that from afar, but set us up locally, showed us how to use the system, and then that data is compiled by them also. So all this collection of data is being filtered through to our entities through the National Guard help. Another issue that they're going to be helping us with is retail education. What that means is they're going to go to some of our local establishments, and they've already done this at some throughout the state. Provide them with a flyer of how the importance of social distancing, cleanliness of the place, protection for the employees, protection for the patrons that will be going into the establishments. Something else that might be forthcoming is maybe the classification of the essential businesses and how they're doing the same, protecting their employees because they need to be open, and how that's going to happen. That isn't totally in the works yet, but I see that coming too as part of that retail training and education. Today on the governor's press release, he addressed golf courses that are remaining open, but the stress is that they have to be single golfers, single persons in golf carts, and that's going to be enforceable by an executive order. The other question I have is regarding our parks throughout the county. Certain parks have taped off, like the playground equipment, the basketball courts, and things like that, but there's some that still are not. So on occasion, we're getting groups of people picking up a basketball game together. This shouldn't be allowed. I mean, if you're going to shoot baskets by yourself, that's one thing, but it's when they're congregating in a group that poses a problem. So we need to look at that and possibly tape off like the playground equipment, because nobody's sterilizing it between each use. So that could be a problem for the children that are using it. We have received 3 supplies from our Strategic National Stockpile. All of the supplies have been distributed from the health department to our healthcare providers and general partners in the county. And I think that's it, unless you guys have some questions for me.
Were those Hancock County parks that,
City,
questionable?
county, all the playground parks in the area.
'cause
I know Thomas and Run had taped off
right,
their areas. When we had done the drive-through testing, they were taped off at that point.
because I had talked to the Hancock County Parks and Recreation, and they said they were posting it, and I had mentioned about putting the tape up also. If we're having one specific area, we can actually even have them take down the rims if we need to.
That's, someone suggested that, or the nets or
Blocking or
something
something.
too, yeah. And if you need the tape, I mean, we have some tape available for taping off, like the caution tape. And I think the general public has been very diligent in informing us of any of these things going on to try to address. So we're trying to take them as we get them.
Is that it, Jackie?
Yeah, I was waiting to see if you had a question.
I will tell you that I did a little interview for Channel 9 this morning. They asked about some of our procedures that we're going through. I don't know if it aired at the news at noon, but hopefully today. I talked with Jeremy yesterday, and we went over the things, and I agreed to do it. And so hopefully get a little bit of positive out there in the public. Thank you for all that you're doing.
And when you say procedures, what he's speaking of, I guess.
You might have to repeat that.
What's that?
Jackie asked if, what specific procedures are you referring to?
They wanted to know how we were doing on our equipment and reordering and compliances. I told them that we provided all the protection, the N95, the gloves, the gowns, face protection for those most need, particularly the EMTs. I told them that Jerry continues to reorder, utilizing all available sources to keep the county supplied. Went over the courthouse and how the maintenance workers following CDC guidelines for proper sanitizing, 1 minute wet times before wiping it off, including handrails, doorknobs, elevator buttons, and keeping hand sanitizers full. And I continue to tell them, ending job, keeping the county as safe as possible, emphasizing the social distancing.
Joe, you made me think of another.
Okay?
Yes. You made me think of another topic. Per the governor's executive order last week or the beginning of this week, they tend to all run together lately. It's a fluid process. But he's asking for any out-of-state persons coming into Hancock County need to self-quarantine for 14 days. So those are people coming in from the hotspot areas like New York, Michigan, Chicago, California, and I can't remember all of them to this minute. But we've been alerted to several addresses within our county, so we're following up on them. If they have an essential business purpose, they need to provide that letter stating they're working. But if other family members came with them, they need to be quarantined for the 14 days. So the only exception is to leave to work and then return to home.
Thank you.
Okay. Do you have a way of tracking those?
Some of them, yes. others are coming from residents in our county that alert us to different plates and things that they see.
I did also in that news clip, went over the reasons for the liquor store situation that we were in, and she was okay with that. So, okay. Anybody else have anything? Thank you very much, Jackie.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. Be safe. Thank you.
Next on the agenda is a little update about census. I got a text from Jennifer Rohrig, who is our census director for our county, and she's happy to report that we are ranked 5th in West Virginia with responses at 44.4% as of April 6th, which was Monday. Wood County is at the top at 47.1%. So we're just a little over 2.5% behind the leader, and that says a lot for our response team, and be happy to see that number go up, and she'll keep me posted, and I will keep you guys posted for the next 2 weeks. So, under correspondence, Hancock County Parks and Recreation Board, we have a resignation of Amy Franey Cunningham. Is there a motion to approve her resignation?
Move to approve.
Questions? This resignation is due to an illness that Amy has to tend to. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. And we have a letter from the Hancock County Museum requesting some funding. Is there a motion to make this letter a matter of record?
Question?
Questions? We don't.
In the letter, it mentions that they're requesting $1,475 from the 1819 budget. Karen is with us today. Karen, are the funds available from their 1819 budget?
I would have to check the exact number that they ended with in 1819 because I haven't rolled those numbers over yet, but they're usually really good with their accounting. So, I mean, as long as it matched up, then yes.
I move that we approve the request of $1,475 contingent upon them having it in their 2018-19 budget.
Okay, and we'll take one note of it, that this is possibly just a down payment for the job. So a later request will be submitted upon completion of the work. Want to note that in there. Any other questions, concerns? All those in favor of $1,475 from the 2018-2019 budget? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Okay. Under new business, consideration of approval of the Tomlinson PSD appointment. Gentlemen, we conducted 2 interviews via phone conference. Do either of you have a recommendation?
I move that we approve William Kiefer to that position on the Tomlinson PSD.
All right, any questions?
We did have 2 different ones that we did interview. Both of them were very good, but I go with the recommendation for William Kiefer.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Consideration of approval to apply for the West Virginia Victims Assistant Grant Program for fiscal year 2020, 2021. Is there a
Move.
motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Consideration to approval to advertise for the open position on the Parks and Recreation Board.
Move to
Is
approve.
there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. 3-0. Dog Warden report. Approval of the February in and out report. Total animals in 217. Total animals out 145. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Is there any probates in estates?
There are. They have been reviewed and are recommended for approval as to form.
Move to
Is
approve.
there a motion to approve the probates in estates?
Move to approve.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Approval of exoneration orders. Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. We have county commission travel. Jeff?
Being
up
that this
for
is a
one.
personal matter dealing with the reimbursement of my travel, I need to recuse myself from this meeting.
Mr. Davis has left the room.
$454.75.
Is there a motion to approve the travel for Commissioner Davis?
Move to approve.
Okay, I have no questions. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0 with one reclusion.
Okay, we'll bring Mr. Davis
Okay.
back in the room.
Mr. Davis back in.
He is back in the room. And it was
All right.
passed.
General county bills.
$107,983.71. P-card payments, all funds, $41,436.10.
Move to approve.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Animal shelter levy fund bills and requisitions.
They're okay to pay.
Move to approve.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Approval of library levy fund bills and requisitions.
One library submitted, they're okay to pay.
Move to approve.
Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. And the sheltered workshop levy fund bills and requisitions.
They are okay to pay.
Move to approve.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Go to the order. Mr. Cowie, would you go around the room to who's ever in there, please?
Okay, Mr. Lucas, do you have anything from prosecuting attorneys?
I would, on behalf of the prosecutor's office, just like to wish everybody a happy and healthy Easter. Stay safe.
And Karen, do you have anything?
No, sir.
Sheriff, do you have anything?
I'd like to wish everybody a happy Easter, but I'd also like to bring attention to the health department, Jackie. She's done an excellent job from my viewpoint in coordinating a great deal of problems, as helping the different law enforcement as well as other first responders to get equipment. She's had a great deal of information to be able to share, and she stood her ground when she needed to. So I'm very proud of the work she's done, and I wanted to make that, bring it to your attention.
Mr. Vitus?
I would just like to second what the sheriff said, and also like to give credit for all the first responders in the county. They're at risk every day, and we can do to help them, we need to.
And Valerie, anything from clerk's office? George doing okay?
Yeah, he's doing fine, staying in.
Good. Mr. Davis?
Most important, happy Easter to all, and it's a shame that we can't attend church this week during Holy Week, but unfortunately, that's the way it is. Would like to echo Mr. Vitus and the sheriff's comments on behalf of first responders and Jackie. One other thing I'm going to request is if Karen could put together a ballpark estimate on the revenue that the county has lost since the closing of Mountaineer Park on the table games and LVLs.
Yes, sir.
And we can give that report next meeting.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I'd also like to thank all our deputies, first responders, 911 dispatch, our health department, and our health board. They've made some tough decisions. Also, I'd like to thank Jeremy Ober and the National Guard and everything they have done. I want to wish everybody a happy Easter, a blessed Resurrection Day, and also have a good Passover. And it's back to you, Joe.
Okay, I also would like to thank Jeremy Ober, Jackie Huff for their outstanding work during this time of crisis. I believe we have the two right people in the positions to carry us through, and I'd like to thank all our workers who are sacrificing their time and risking themselves in keeping this county safe, and also the workers keeping the county courthouse open. And I also would like to wish everybody a happy and healthy Easter. And that's it for me. Anybody else? So we have our next meeting scheduled for April 23rd at 1 p.m. We're going to move that meeting a little bit earlier at 1 p.m.
Is that a,
Mr. Barnaby, do you wish to take a vote on that and move that time from 2:30 to 1 o'clock?
I move that our next
Okay.
meeting will be the 23rd of April at 1 p.m.
was there a problem with the video crew with
Any
that?
questions? All
Everything
those
good
in
with that?
favor?
Aye.
Aye. So April 23rd, 1 p.m. will be the next commission meeting in the courthouse. And with that said, no other business to come before the commission. I declare this meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.